They say I'm a lunatic because I dress in black.
Ooh, I know they sick. Ooh, I know they sick. How you got this before GTA 6? All the real rock stars, they don't even play guitar. Why would you play yourself when you
What up
could
and
play
welcome
your
to the Keeping It Loco podcast. I'm Justin, and this is
Cam Fender.
and she's the loco, as we always say of the podcast. But we are here with Derrick Kelson, the owner of Forever Young and its anti-aging solutions. And I'm reading it directly because I have to remember that part. Forever Young Anti-Aging Solutions. Appreciate you being on the show. We love talking to small business owners here or local business owners in the area. So tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do, how you do it.
Sure.
Give us some background, man.
Well, good morning to everyone. I'll start off really about my life and career when I graduated from Purdue University in 1990. My first career out of college was in the NFL. I was drafted by the New York Jets. I played half a season with the Jets and 2.5 years with the San Diego Chargers, playing defensive corner, and had knee surgery, ankle surgery, retired from the NFL. And I spent the next 26.5 years in the insurance industry.
You don't gotta look at them.
We moved.
He's gonna really throw you off the game.
Yeah. Actually, we moved to Charlotte by way of MetLife. We moved here in 2014.
Gotcha.
I was overseeing the broker dealer and also the retirement service division, and spent really 26.5 years with MetLife and retired in 2023. And my wife, who is a CRNA nurse, she's also a nurse practitioner. For years, she's been talking about, hey, let's get into business together. And so this was
Why
an
do you
opportunity.
think that is?
Well, she knew I always had a knack for my own wellness, and I always had that passion of keeping myself in shape and at least talking to some of my close friends to do the same. And so she just naturally felt, hey, you could be like kind of the coach, and I could be, more of the medical practitioner, and let's go into business together.
So you technically, did you retire from MetLife, or was it like, okay, I'm done with the corporate world? Like, how did that kind of transition out? Because you seem like one of those people that you start something and you want to finish it.
Yes, that's a good question. I would say it was a little bit of both.
Okay.
And the reason being is because MetLife has really kind of backpedaled, if you will, as far as their commitment to parts of the retirement service division. So sold off a good piece of the business back in 2016 to Mass Mutual, sold off another piece over to farmers, and next thing you know, we just didn't have the resources that we used to have to be able to focus on retirement. And so for me, it was, I did love what I did as far as the insurance industry, but I always had this passion to get into this space, and so it was just really the matter of the opportunity.
How do you like Charlotte?
I love it.
I do too. People comment all the time, but I love it.
Yes, I love it. We've been here now, 11 years? Both our kids have gone through the Marvin Ridge school systems. Oldest, Corey, she graduated out of North Carolina A&T. She's a nurse in Winston-Salem. And my son, he's right now a senior at North Carolina A&T studying AI.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Hey, we were just talking about that a couple minutes ago with the AI.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for the people that don't know, and I know a little bit about what you do, but if you can, kind of go in depth of, what you guys offer at Forever Young, so that
Well, I think it's the passion, because like you said, it's all about, nutrition and healthcare, things like that. So, I think, tell us kind of where this kind of started from.
Yeah, so really to connect the dots, what's interesting is as I've been getting older and watching my body go through the changes, it just really refreshed me about how important it is for us to really be on top, us men and women to be on top of our health.
Yeah.
So
start feeling the aches and pains and all that
start feeling
stuff.
the aches and pains. So Forever Young, yes, it's an anti-aging solution vitality center, and we focus really on two parts of the marketplace. One is the aesthetic side, which we frame it as we'll help you look your best, and the other is the wellness side, where we talk about we can help you feel your best. On the aesthetic side, we have services for both men and women, such as custom facials, HydraFacials, chemical peels, We do the various neurotoxins, Botox, Jeuveau, Xeomin, Dysport, Dermal Fillers, and also the specialties as far as like Kybella to lift your chin.
Yeah.
And on the wellness side, where I focus most of my attention in the practice, we offer IV hydration therapy. I do that for myself twice a month. That's one of the most effective ways to hydrate yourself and also get nutrients directly into your bloodstream. We also offer hormone replacement therapy as far as pellets, self-injections. We have troches and also creams that you can put on. We also offer medical weight loss, semaglutide, tirzepatide, and also peptide therapy to help build muscle.
Yeah.
So those are many of the services that we offer at our location on the Carmel Village Plaza.
And everybody's getting into that. I mean, a lot of my friends are like, hey, you want to go get a massage, or hey, you want to get this, or hey. So it almost is kind of like one of those things where I don't know what the industry looks like or the budgeting that's out there. I know I do happen to know about the dogs, and there's a lot of money spent on dogs, but you know, healthcare or health spa, what do you want to call it, like the beauty industry? I don't know if they really do. They separate
Health
those
and
two?
beauty.
Well,
I think
do they
like more and
separate
more
them?
people are starting to be more aware of their health. You know, but with social media and seeing all the negative things that it's affecting our health, I think people are turning more to things like what you offer.
And for years it was separated, but there's more of, you know, everyone's trying to kind of one-stop shop and offer as much as possible. But this is a growing industry because we are living longer, and many people don't realize, both men and women, once we reach age 30, that's when we start to experience the changes in our body. On average, for men and women, after you reach age 30, we produce 1% to 2% less of our hormones per year. So once we get to 35, 40, 50, 55, we start to feel the effects: brain fog, mood swings, harder to lose weight in the belly area, easier to gain weight in the belly area, lack of sex drive, harder to maintain muscle. All of these are like symptoms, if you will, of our
Justin
hormones.
got grumpy?
Yes.
Just checking.
When you see that person chasing you on the highway and they have road rage, it may be their vitamin D levels are
Stay
very
off my
low.
grass.
Yes.
The grumpy old man.
I promise I won't be that.
Oh wait, we're waiting for it. We're waiting for it. So in Charlotte here, you're located here in Carmel kind of area, right?
Yes.
Right there across from Amelie's, if anyone doesn't know about Amelie's. But, you know, I think Justin met you at the golf tournament. I've known you for a while. And I will say, I'm going to 2 stories here. My husband came back from the golf tournament, and he said, you know, we talked to Derrick, and we had a really good conversation. And usually I'm the person that tries to encourage my husband to do stuff. And he says, you need to get a hold of Derrick, because I think we should go over there and get a treatment. And I was like, what? My husband's like, goes to Goodwill to get, like, he does not like to spend money on anything. And I was like, okay. So I reached out to you. But, you know, I really feel like when you speak about what you're doing and the work that you're doing here, it really sounds like it's passionate, but you really got a mission here that you really want to help people get to the next level, because a lot of us, we just assume we're going downhill and we're just waiting for that funeral, right? But
yes.
with you, I mean, that's really what a lot of people do when they start getting older, right?
Yes,
There's no answers.
There's no answers, and again, you know, I start with we are living longer.
Yeah.
That's why, you know, diseases like Alzheimer, you know, that wasn't an issue back in the early 1900s because people were not living 70s, 80s, at least, you know, majority of the population, but we're living longer, and so the focus will be, okay, we cannot stop the process of aging, but let's help you feel and look your best as you go through the aging process.
Right.
Gotcha.
No, I can appreciate that. So my mom came into town for just one day over my birthday. She didn't tell us, and but she was acting just off. Like, she said, I just don't feel that great. Yeah. And all I did was sent him a message saying, hey, is there any way you can get my mom in? I didn't know what to expect, right? Because I hadn't even tried it. And so he took care of her. He took care of everything. He didn't. I didn't ask any questions. He sat down with her, talked with her, and they had a whole entire conversation. And my mom went to Jersey right after, so I didn't get to see her afterwards. Like, so I have no idea what happened, right? So I sent him a message. He's like, yeah, everything went well. And he goes, of course, you got the most expensive plan because you were paying Pam. He did say that.
Yes.
He's like, but she did feel a lot better afterwards.
Nice.
But then I called her the next day and the day after, and her clarity, The brain fog was kind of missed, and she said she had energy like nobody's business. They were out walking. They were walking about 3-4 miles, which she normally does, but she had been slowing down. So, to the testament of what you do.
That's a great testimonial.
I mean,
right there.
to be honest, like I was like, does she need Alzheimer's? Like, is she, Mom, go to the doctors because I'm kind of concerned about you. And the fog just kind of lifted. She knew everything was going on. Had a conversation with her. So when she comes back down, she's gonna come and get another treatment. But to that testament alone, me and Aaron came in and we signed up. We're like, if you can help my mom, you can help us.
Yes.
So yeah.
We want to treat every single patient as, very, very special. What you can expect when you come to our center is we're going to give you a tour, give you an understanding of, every little space within that center, what we do with the space, the services we provide, and the products, and the benefits for you. I would say for the listening audience, what we most pride ourselves on is really the process of what we call Forever Blueprint. And that starts off with a complimentary consultation, getting an understanding of
I
what
also
are
got a
your habits.
recliner too. I got a recliner and a blanket. Keep going.
Yeah, so what are your habits? What concerns you have physically, and what are your goals?
Yeah.
Then from there, we could put you on what is called the in-body composition analysis. And from there, I can break down what makes up your weight in 5 minutes, how much hydration you have, fat, muscle, what's your visceral fat, what's your percentage
There's a
of body
lot right
fat.
there for me. Just
Yes.
right.
What's your skeletal muscle mass? How many calories you should be taking in per day?
Yeah.
Then from there, if someone really wants to understand what's going on, we would recommend an extensive lab panel where we can draw a lab at our center or someone to LabCorp.
Yeah.
And so we look at a hormone panel, thyroid panel, vitamin panel, diabetes panel, and anywhere someone has a shortfall, we'll look at what their results are and what the optimal ranges are. Our medical doctor and nurse practitioners will put together a specific recommendation how to address any shortfalls, and that's how it's customized based upon a person's blood.
That's awesome.
Now, is this like a one-time payment, or is it a subscription model? Like, how are people signing up for these services?
You haven't even tried it yet, have you? I think you need to go over there.
Yes.
You have a lot of problems.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I rebuke that. I don't have problems.
You're getting old. You can't fix that.
I'm very healthy.
You're
My
very
knees
healthy.
getting
You
stronger.
can't. He can't play sports anymore, by the way.
Oh, really?
Until May.
Until May.
Okay.
I had
But
surgery
he's
in
doing
May.
fine.
Okay.
ACL surgery. But
Yeah.
I'm about to be back. I started working out again. So.
Yeah. But to answer your question, yes, we have membership. We have 2 memberships individuals can purchase, and we also you can purchase ad hoc. So you can come in and just purchase any
Everything's
individual
customized.
single service and be on your way.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So you can come in and try it out, or you can say, "Hey, this is my need," and and if you choose that you want the ongoing services, you can have it. We were very welcome when we came in there. It was very comfortable. We got our own private space that we were in, and we got to watch his Netflix and had blankets on, and me and my husband just sat there, had the really good snacks that they had going on right there, and we just hung out, and we felt so much better afterwards. So, and I think Aaron's even gotten us scheduled next month, I think, to come back and do something. So.
All of our rooms have a flat screen television. They typically have our commercial loops, but you could put it on Netflix, Amazon Music, whatever, helps you to relax.
Yeah.
Nice.
So here's what's interesting about Derrick too is, when you're a business owner and we were just talking about digital marketing and things like that, a lot of times they talk about how you get your business. And he's joined the chamber. He's very supportive of the community. But I've been to other business owners, and there's been a couple times I've ran into him because he'll walk the area. So he'll walk his community. He'll meet the new other business owners. He'll walk in, give them flyers, introduce himself.
Yep.
And I find that to be different than most people because a lot of people don't take the time to get to know their community or to get to know people. So why did you think about, was that something from, your past? Is that something that you're just like, I should just do something different?
Yes, it's really a combination of my experiences, just being in the work field.
Yeah.
I think about my first job, I was 13 delivering papers. I had to actually engage with the individuals behind the door to be able to get paid.
Yeah.
But just fast forward, I've excuse me, I've just been really committed to educating people on how they can be the best version of themselves.
I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
So going back to the NFL, I know it was a short stint that you were there. What did that create for your life? Like, I mean, and sometimes I know he's very structured, right, in the NFL. So kind of just tell us like how that created, was there a drive behind that to get to your next level?
It really created a lot of who I am today, the leader. One of the things I would say, the correlation between me being a football player and me being a business owner is just the leadership qualities. One of the things I've learned early on, my father said it, and I even heard it many times from Lou Holtz, he was at Notre Dame at the time I was at Purdue, is, focus on three things. Do your best, strive for excellence, and show people you care. Because people will typically ask the questions, no matter what the relationship, business owner to patient, parent to child. Can I trust the person? What do they stand for, and do they care about me?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
No, I
that's the
definitely
way I
think
carry myself from
And that
football
can go
to
from any
Yes.
business owner
Yeah.
can, or anybody can go use
Yeah.
those concepts. Can you talk a little bit about like your most memorable moment in the league? Maybe some people you play with, or something that just stands out for you.
My most memorable moment actually was in a preseason game. I was with San Diego at the time. It was 1991, and we were playing the 49ers. And I had the opportunity to line up across from Jerry Rice. It was just for one play, but just for that, whatever.
So
that
you're
moment in
a
time,
cornerback?
it felt like
You're a
I was a
cornerback?
cornerback. Yes.
Okay, cool.
That moment in time felt like 10 minutes, but it was
That's
But
awesome.
10
it-
seconds.
It's funny that you say that because, I mean, 1991, you said, right? I mean, technically, we're just getting out of, your college, right? I was getting out of
Yes.
high school. At that same time, I actually had a moment too, thanks, Justin, for asking. But I actually got to meet Tom Landry at a
okay.
men's breakfast. And technically, they didn't let women go, but I bought the ticket, and nobody could say anything because I had a ticket to the men's breakfast in Rochester. And the guy was phenomenal. Like, I don't even know, like, I always respected him. Yeah, obviously, I'm a Cowboys fan, and I always respected him, just very no-nonsense kind of guy. But to hear him speak about his faith and his journey was insane. I mean, I was just in awe of this guy. So to your point, some of these guys, and here's the thing, at that age that you're playing NFL, and you got to make adult decisions. And I mean, I understand you're an
Yes.
adult, but some of these decisions would be me doing them now at 50, and you guys had to make these decisions early on, like, do I have an agent? Do I not have an agent? Who's got my best interest? That's a lot of money and around responsibility for someone at that age.
Now that you bring it up, yes, I think about it that way. Yeah,
Yeah.
It was a lot of important decisions at a young age.
Yeah.
So it definitely taught me how to grow up quick.
Yeah.
And the one word I think about from football to my personal life, my spiritual life, just my life in general is discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times at that
Absolutely.
age we don't have it because we're kind of just flipping flopping through college and things like that.
Yeah.
But you don't have a choice in such a structured environment, right?
Right.
So you either get in or you get out. Like, you didn't have a choice.
Yes, and even though I'm here, we're talking about anti-aging products and solutions, is really teaching people about being disciplined about their health and welfare.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Question. When you left the NFL, what was that, everybody talks about the transition from being a professional athlete to actually going into normal life or going into
I think Marcus brought that up, yeah.
a business. What was that transition like, and how were you able to get through that part? Because a lot of times kids, you spend your entire life wanting to make it to the NBA, wanting to make it to the NFL, and then you got a couple years in the NFL. I think the lifespan in the NFL is what, 4 years maybe?
3.5.
3.5.
Wow.
And then now you're back to
Real life.
life.
Yeah.
Yes. So what was that like, and how did you handle that?
I just think he took it. Like, I kind of feel like with his discipline, he's just like, next. He just seems so low key about things.
Don't tell him how he feels about this.
Ask that question one more time. I'm serious. I forgot the question.
How the transition from being a professional athlete to going into
Your next
normal
career,
life
yeah.
and
Yes.
a business. How was that transition for you? How did you get through it?
Believe it or not, and I'm going to answer that. I'm going to start with this. I was one of those football players who I had God-gifted talent, but just playing in the NFL was not like my ultimate dream. You know, my
That's
ultimate
good to
dream
know.
was to really run a business.
Yeah.
It really was. And so when I got drafted, it was, you know, it was a blessing for me. But on the other end, when it was time to, you know, that I was out of the league.
You're ready for your next step,
Was it a
right?
blessing for you
Yeah,
then?
See?
it still, I'm going to say this, I'm going to make this point. It still was a very, very tough transition for me.
Okay.
Emotionally.
Yeah.
It was very tough because,
Because you're not doing the same thing over and over again,
yes,
right?
I wasn't doing the same thing over and over again, and the spotlight wasn't on me anymore, and you don't really realize that until the spotlight isn't on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meaning that,
Yeah.
you know, so many people would give me so much attention. You
Yeah.
walk out in the stadium, you got, you know,
Yeah.
80,000 people
Screaming at you, yeah.
And then the next thing you know, you're sitting in your home on a chair, and you're trying to figure out what's the next point in my career.
Yeah.
Or you're watching it on, you know, you're literally watching the game from the TV. You're like, this is odd,
Yeah.
right?
And mentally, you know, I'm fighting with myself, you know, is it really over? Do I want to go back and try again?
Yeah.
You know, can I play another year or two? And
Yeah.
so it was tough for me, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But once I mentally made that transition, it was the easiest thing. It was the best thing for me.
Yeah.
There was a guy who he retired early, and he was a pretty good player, and he ended up like starting a farm. I can't remember his name. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the story.
No.
Okay, so I think he had a concussion or something like that, and he just didn't want to like keep having them. So he was like, I'm gonna retire early, start my business. He started a whole farm, and so for him the transition was pretty easy, and it was similar to you because he didn't. Like NFL wasn't everything.
Wasn't
for
like
him.
the dream.
So he had other dreams, and so
Yeah.
he just kind of used the NFL to like fund his dreams, and then kept it moving. So, you know, everybody's different though. Everybody's different. So that's pretty cool.
So what's your next goal? Like, so you have your business, you obviously want it to thrive. Like, what's the next 5-year plan?
I want to make this business venture a very successful one. I want to be really.
Is it more of them, or is it just this one? What's the?
Well, my wife and I, we purchased 2 locations, so
Okay.
this is the first of 2. But to answer your question, in general, over 5 years, I want this. I would say this business venture to be successful, and I mean that in 2 fronts. One, that yes, you know, from a business standpoint, my wife and I were, you know, making money, and the team members are making money. But more importantly, is that we are ingrained in the community, and the success will be measured by how many lives we're changing, and habits and discipline. That's what I want to really occur over the next 5 years.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's really
So I
important.
mean, that's great because that's just a mindset shift of, you know, the community. Like we spend so much money on just things that are impacting our lives in such a negative way. The food that we eat. I every day, like, you know, if my kids want Chick-fil-A or something, I'm like, because of convenience, we'll do that.
Yes.
But then when it comes to our health, it's like we kind of want to take a back seat to that or not want to invest into it. So I like what
We
you're
now
doing.
got 3 grocery stores across the street from us now, so now we're cooking a lot more at home.
There you go.
Yeah.
There
It's
you
kind of
go.
weird, but yeah, it's because it's like right there.
There you go.
Yeah.
But it's a whole mindset change that you're ushering in, and so that's pretty dope.
Yes.
Yeah, and you know, the reason that we have this podcast is to support local businesses, because we did notice that a lot of times as business owners, you're doing your thing and you're trying to do everything in the system that says this is how to be successful, but a lot of times you don't have the exposure. And you don't have the exposure, you don't have people knowing who you are. Sometimes it comes down to location is a little hidden, or there's this and that. Or maybe it's a remote thing where people just don't know that you're around.
Yeah.
So this is why we had this podcast. So to your point, you're not just saying, hey, come support my business. What you're saying, and I hope everybody's hearing this, is that he wants to be a community leader. He wants to invest in the community. And so the only way he can do that is for you to come and support him. And I think just walking into his storefront, it's welcome if you feel like a family. And I know we were just talking about that on the other one, but you everybody knows you. Everybody's very, very thoughtful. You know, you'll have a conversation, and the conversation isn't always about your health. It's, you know, about how's life going.
Yes.
And so I just want people to know from my standpoint and us showing up that not only are we interviewing, but we were there and it was a great experience. So you should definitely try it out and see what you think. And nobody has to keep going back, but you know, I don't know why you wouldn't come back and see your friends, because once you're there, you're almost like family, right?
And for us, it's really about building relationships.
Yeah.
It's not about
that's
some
key.
transaction. It's about We don't want to just see you only this time. We want to see you next month and the month after.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So now that you've been in Charlotte for how long now?
11 years.
11 years. What is your favorite restaurant here?
Steak 48.
Steak 48. So now I have a question.
Yes.
Beef and Bottle. Do you know it?
I do.
Okay, because that's my favorite.
It is wonderful.
And I feel like a lot of people that go to Steak 48 don't know anything about Beef and Bottle, but it reminds me of like the whole New York style, like mob, like little thing. That's why, well, the food's awesome.
You just have to make your reservations a month in advance.
That is true. But that's because it's so good. But Steak 48, what do you get at Steak 48?
I've had several items. The filet.
I've had the Wagyu
ribeye.
steak, was pretty good.
I've had,
Do they know your name when you go in there?
no. No. I don't go that often.
No. We'll have to start doing that. It's like
Do they know your name?
No, because
Oh,
Beef and
okay.
Bottle they might, but
Yeah.
my husband does our reservations like months and months in advance, like ahead of time for that. But so going back to what's important here.
Yes.
This is his business here. Now here's a question: is that so? If someone was walking in there, what's one of your most popular items that people are likely to get walking in there?
Yeah, so I would break it out from the aesthetic side to the wellness side. On the
Okay.
aesthetic side, for men and women, it has definitely been the HydraFacials.
Okay.
HydraFacials are, one of the most effective ways to exfoliate and cleanse your facial skin.
Okay.
And on
How often should they get that done?
HydraFacial, you get it done twice a month, but
Okay.
definitely once a month, we
Okay.
would recommend. And on the wellness side, for both men and women, I would say it's been a combination of hormone replacement therapy, probably more for women, and peptide therapy for men, especially looking to maintain their muscle. But in this season, especially going into flu season, IVs have been picking up.
I mean, I
They're
love
very
the
popular.
IV treatment. I thought it was great.
So peptide.
Yes.
Explain that a little bit. What is the peptide treatment and what?
Yeah,
what's
so
in,
peptides,
what's in that?
peptides are short chains of amino acids that think of them as messengers in your body. They
Okay.
send messages to various tissues, various parts of your body. And we have over 300,000 peptides in our body.
Okay.
And so as we get older, our bodies are not producing peptides just like the hormones. And so we can more or less induce your body to produce the peptide based upon whatever the result we want. So
Okay.
there are peptides, for example, I take one that's called BPC-157. It has two functions. It helps to heal tendons and ligaments, so from my knee surgery and ankle
Oh, I'm
surgery.
there.
And
I'm
it
there.
helps to maintain muscle.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm taking that one. One of the more popular peptides is called Testosterone. That's been flying off the shelf. And it also has two functions. And the first function is why people have been buying it. It reduces or melts visceral fat. So it
Okay.
attacks that belly fat, that
Yeah.
stubborn belly fat. And
Okay.
the second one is it helps to maintain skeletal muscle mass.
Now, are those
Gotcha.
vitamins, are those liquid IVs, or are they?
Those are peptides, and peptides, most peptides are injections.
Okay.
There are a couple that we do have supplements like Somorlin, which is primarily focused on building muscle.
Okay.
That releases growth hormone from the pituitary gland.
Okay. This is all natural too?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
that's good.
Like our hormone replacement therapy, it's not synthetic. It's made from yams and soybeans.
Gotcha. Now, you talked about the facials. Talk to me about maybe the science behind that. What are you using for the facials and the type of impact that it has? Like, for instance, sometimes, it runs in my family. We get kind of bags under our eyes. Can that, what you're offering impact that part, or is it other things?
Yes, and that may be more on the injection side once we get to like Botox and fillers, if you will, just specifically about the eyes. But again, as part of the aging process, our skin, you think of it as almost like a rubber band, elastic, if you will. As we get older, between the threading of our skin, it's loosening up. And so we want to keep that tightness so it looks young. As your face gets older and it starts to get loose, if you will, you start to see the aging process.
Yeah, I got you.
And
Now,
really
it's
getting
funny.
facials and things like Botox, neurotoxins, and fillers, that really helps to get rid of the wrinkles.
Yeah,
and
come
just
back
the
to it a little bit.
sagginess.
Yeah, I got you.
But it's funny now that you bring up the bags. I never saw the bags until you just pointed them out. So now I see them.
Good Lord.
I know. I'm just saying they're pretty. You might want to go see him.
That's
But
crazy.
as we're talking about this, I know that when Aaron came in, you said something to him. Hey, on the next time you come in, we can do, what was it, like it was an assessment?
Yes, we can go through what we call the Forever Blueprint. And that's
Okay.
the process I was talking about, where starts off with the consultation. I can put them on the in-body. Again, that's complimentary.
Yeah.
Then from there, depending upon what his interests are, if he'd
Is
like
it
to do a lab,
nutrition kind of thing?
it could lead to nutrition. We
Okay.
do have a nutritionist on staff. He's actually remote, but we could put together a program just for a day, for a week, for 30 days, and for 90 days.
Oh, wow. Okay. I had no idea. So you're really an all-in-one. I mean, it's all
Yes.
wellness all together.
Yeah, right now we do not offer lasers. We do get calls for that.
Yeah.
At some point in time, we will offer that, but at this
Okay.
current time, in our first year, we're not offering laser treatment.
So as we kind of wrap up here, you had a party, right? So
Yes.
I did not know this was a thing. So why don't you tell us kind of about how you can come with your friends and enjoy the services?
Yes, so yes, we have every single month, we have in-service events where we will invite the public to come participate in the event, and typically the event we will have items where we'll educate you on our services and products, and also provide some complimentary services. The more recent event we had, which was it was called Botox, if you will, for Halloween.
Yeah.
We had a number of women come in, and they had what is called PRX treatment on their face, which is a skin tightening process, and we had giveaways, we had a raffle. But yes, to Pam's point, we do have like the Ivy Lounge, and we have a fairly, I think it's about a 80-inch flat
It was a
television.
nice TV.
And so you could come in there with your family, your friends, and just kind of kick back, get an IV, and watch a sporting event or game, or watch
Hallmark.
a movie.
It's Christmas time coming
Hallmark.
up, guys.
Yes.
Hallmark.
Hallmark, yes.
Hallmark, yes. And he will give you a blanket and some snacks, so you don't even have to worry about bringing your own snacks.
We'll
Nice.
keep the Christmas story on a loop.
Yep,
you
there
go.
it is.
There
yeah,
you go. I mean, I think I've learned a lot
I have too.
from what you offer or what is needed, stuff that I didn't ever really think about. I think you're giving a lot of people stuff to think about. So, I mean, is there anything else that you want to share that you think is important?
Last minute pieces of wisdom that you're going to give to us.
I would say come by and check us out. Come
Yeah.
support us.
Yeah.
We are engaged in the communities, but it's a day-to-day battle. if
Struggle.
you will.
It's always a
Yes,
struggle.
It's always
Yep.
a struggle. So
Come
we'd
get
love-
a gift card.
Yeah,
Come get a gift card.
Come get a
for
gift card.
Christmas.
Yes, we are pushing out Black Friday specials.
Yep.
So we'll be pushing that out. But yes, come by and check us out, and we will take care of you, especially for first-time visitors. You get $50 off any type of facial, IVs, and you will get the members' pricing on Tox, which is $10 a unit.
That's awesome. So Justin,
And we can edit this part, but is there a way that we can do like a keeping a local promo code that can offer something? What do you think?
well, I think he already has like a thing where he's giving, I think like a certain percentage off on things. So I told him to give me a link, and then we'll do a Keep It Loco. So we'll set it up. You can talk to him when you go there.
I have the cards in the car.
Okay, I'll walk out with
Do
you.
you have affiliate links? Okay, we gotta do
But see,
affiliate
you
links.
when you go over there, you can help him do that.
Yeah, that'll be cool. So that when we as we promote it and they come through our link, all right,
Yeah.
we know that went through Keeping It Local, and we want to be able to offer that to everybody that comes on the show, so that when they know that they're getting great value
Yeah.
out of it and they're getting business out of it. So all right,
All right,
and
ending it.
action. All right, so I appreciate it, man. I learned a lot today. I'm gonna go check you out.
Okay.
You guys go check him out as well. Once again, my name is Justin. This is,
Pam Thunder.
and we're here with Derrick Kelson, Forever Young. You wanna
Keep
say
it
the last part?
loco.
Anti-aging
Solutions.
Solutions and Vitality Center. Come check us out. Look forward to seeing you.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. That's a wrap.
Would you play yourself when you could play your part?